Hello everyone, this is Anna, and today I want to show to you how you can generate Stripe-like interactive beautiful API documentation with your GraphQL API spec. So let's get started. So I have here my GraphQL spec, and this is just a Ricky Morty GraphQL spec. And what it does is that our system will analyze your spec, and in just a few seconds, it will generate everything that you need. I'm just going to add here a base URL. And now, as you can see, we have generated everything for you. All the objects, all the queries, all the mutations, colors, directives, etc. So let's publish it and we can see more in details how that looks like. So this is our published version and this is how it looks like. So I have all of my objects here. I can expand and I can see all the descriptions for all the parameters that we have. For example, here we can use this API to get the Rick and Morty characters, the episodes. Can go to, let's scroll down. Let's actually go to query. This is how it looks like. And by the way, you can also test out the API as well. I'm going to show it to you briefly how that looks like. And yeah, let's go to other parts as well. And yeah, in some of the cases, you also have response examples. And here's more definitions for my responses as well. And the episode information, etc. And by the way, just a reminder, if you haven't already enabled, you can ask inside search questions to ChatGPT and get answers. That applies to your GraphQL API documentation as well. We have also automatic changelog, so you can see all the documentations, all the changes to your documentation, and your users or your team members can subscribe and receive notifications anytime there are changes to your documentation. Let's actually dive into how you can test the API and let's make some Rick and Morty API calls. So let me actually go to characters here, and on the right side, you'll see this try in API Explorer. So I'm going to click here and it will redirect you to our API Explorer, which is way more immersive way to test out your APIs than you will see in any other platform. By the way, if you have a sandbox environment, it just takes a second to switch to a sandbox environment. And great thing about our API Explorer is that it's really easy even for non-developers to test it out. So for example, here I have a form view and I can, in this case, because I'm returning characters with specific filters, I can just input my filters. Let's say I want to filter by species alien, status alive, and gender, let's say female. And great thing is that if I'm a developer, I can always go to code view, but also I can filter or change the GraphQL query as well. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be removing some of the extra information that I don't need in the response. For example, I'm going to removing image. I'm going to removing the location and a few other information as well. So I believe I have removed everything that I wanted to. So now let's run this request. Great. And I see my result here in the response. I have 23 results that match those criteria. I can always put here, put it in the full screen and just go over my responses. And the great thing is that I can explore the entire API, meaning that I can go to different sections and, for example, in this case, get the request by episode or episodes and location, etc., and fully immerse in the API. In this case, in Rick and Morty API, but for you, whatever API that you're offering to your team or for your end customers to your public. Let us know how we can improve your GraphQL experience. We always welcome feedback, and thank you so much.